Okay, so let's start the topic for today.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Sir, actually, I wasn't able to attend the last class. Is this class related to that?
not exactly related, but same chapter is going on. So you should watch the recording after the class. Okay, watch
Okay,
previous class recording. Okay,
okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
all right. So today we are going to learn about the various type of graphs of the quadratic polynomial y equals ax square plus bx plus c. In class 10th, you have studied the techniques to draw the graph of straight line ax plus by plus c equal to 0. In class 10th, you learned the graphs of these type of equations. Linear equation, two variable. Okay, shape is a straight line. We used to plot some points on the graph and then we used to join them with the help of scale, and we used to get a straight line. At that time, this was the equation which can be rewritten as, this can be rewritten as y equals minus a by bx minus c by b. Both are same. In fact, all are same equations. Now we have a different kind of equation. See, in class 10th you studied the graph of linear equation in two variable. Here x and y, they are two variables and both have the power 1. Okay, that is why it is called linear equation. And what about the shape? Shape is a straight line. But if we look at this equation, y equals ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Sorry, y equals ax square plus bx plus c. See, what is the difference between this one and this one? Clearly it is the difference in the degree of the expression which is present on the right hand side. See, in this one it is y is equal to minus a upon bx minus c by b. So here the power is 1 while here the power is 2. So it has some different shape. Okay, it has some different shape. First of all, let us discuss what that shape is. It is certainly not straight line. So first thing, shape of such type of shape of graphs of such type of equations is shape of y equals ax square plus bx plus c is, there is a term for this which is called parabola. Which is called parabola. This is the term. Okay. We will see how, what is the shape. Okay. So first of all, listen carefully. Every point is important. Then only you will be able to recognize the graph and you will be able to draw it. First of all, we talk about A. What is A? A is coefficient of x square. Okay. A is coefficient of x square. If A is positive, then this parabola, it is concave upwards. See, you might have learned concave mirror and convex mirrors. Okay. So concave and convex, that words, those type of words are used for parabolic mirrors or parabolic reflectors or simply parabola. Now let me draw the curve. It is like this. Okay. Cup shape. Okay. Concave upwards. Upward means face is opening upwards. If A is negative. If A is negative, what is A? A is the coefficient of x square. Remember this. Then in such cases, the shape is concave downwards. That means parabola will be opening downwards like this. Okay. There is this point. We will study about it also. This is called the vertex or the turning point. Okay. So we will learn about everything. First of all, recognize the graph. Okay. This shape, it is like U shaped or cup shaped. Okay. And this can be elongated endlessly. That will be that this will be understood when I'll be drawing the graph. It is just like a straight line. You know that a straight line can be extended in both the directions. Similarly, this thing, okay, this portion of the graph, it can be extended till whenever you want. Similarly, here it can be extended like this. It is not a limited or bounded graph. You can go on extending it like this, okay, depending on the requirement in the question. So first thing is the shape. Second is how to remember, how to check. You will have to first check the sign of coefficient of x square. If it is positive, it will open upwards. If it is negative, it will open downwards. Okay. I am telling you the various methods and techniques, or simply the points which you should remember. Then only you will be able to draw the graph of such type of equations. Okay. Now, so this is basic idea about how the shape looks like. What is the meaning of the shape parabola, and what is the meaning of concave upward and concave downward. Now let me write few steps. Okay. Then after that we will solve some questions where we will be drawing the graphs, and you have to follow all these steps as it is. Okay. Steps to draw graph of. An important thing is here we are not going for plotting like what we used to do in class 10. Put some value of x, get y, you will get a point. Another x, another y. You have got 2 points now. You used to locate those points on the graph and used to join them with the help of scale. Now we are not going to follow all that thing. Okay. The method is totally different, and there are certain steps which are involved to draw graphs of such type of equations. Okay. So first is check sign of A. You know what is the purpose? I have just explained. If A is positive, mouth upward. If A is negative, mouth is downward. First thing. Okay. After that, and kindly note that the expression should be written in like this form only. That means on the left hand side there should be y only, and everything should be on the right hand side. We will take example also. So just remember, right hand side must contain the expression in the form ax square plus bx plus c, and y should be present on the left hand side. First of all, check sign of A. Now what you have to do, you should know this. After this, find value of D. What is D? D is discriminant only, that is b square minus 4ac. Okay. Now on the basis of sign of D, three cases will arise. If D is positive, if D is 0, if D is negative, if D is negative. Okay. So if D is positive, two real and distinct roots. Two real and distinct roots. If D is 0, two real and equal roots. If D negative, non-real roots. Now in class 10th you might have studied the chapter polynomials. In chapter polynomials there was a concept of zeros. Okay. There was the concept of zeros of a polynomial. You used to determine the number of zeros of the polynomial graphically. We used to find the number of zeros of the polynomial graphically. Can anyone tell me how to find number of zeros graphically? Can anyone speak up and tell me how you used to find number of zeros of the polynomial from the graph?
So
Yes.
we used to be given two equations,
Yes.
and for any value, so suppose x or y, used to take 0, 1, 2, 3 like that, and then you have to you should get a whole number, and then we used to point those numbers on the graph, and then you should draw the x-axis and y-axis, and when
Okay.
the two lines intersect, that will be your graphical equation, correct equation.
Graphical solution. Okay. That was about linear equation two variable. You used to draw two lines. Okay. You used to draw two lines by plotting or whatever method you have learned. Okay. After that, if the two lines used to meet at a point, okay, then you used to locate that point graphically and tell that it is the solution of the two equations. Okay, that is fine. But here I am asking about the chapter polynomials. In polynomials, there was an exercise where they used to give some graphs, okay, some random graphs, and they used to ask that how many zeros does this polynomial have? Can anyone tell me how you used to count the number of zeros of polynomial? with the help of graph. That is what I'm asking.
Sir,
Yes,
sir, the number of times the graph cuts the x-axis.
very good. So this was expected. In the chapter polynomials, there was this thing called zeros or roots of the polynomial, and we used to see that at how many points the graph is cutting the x-axis. We used to count those points, and the number of zeros used to be the number of the points where the graph used to cut x-axis. Okay, I just studied in class 10. It is a very fresh topic. So based on that only, now what I am doing, I am going to draw the graph of this polynomial. So first I said you check sine of a. After that I said you check sine of discriminant. Now d greater than 0 means two real and distinct roots. And what is the meaning of this graphically? Graphically, what does it mean? Okay, please keep yourself muted. If you have given the answer, please mute yourself. So it means graphically it means that y equal to ax square plus bx plus c will cut x-axis at 2 points. Will cut x-axis at two different points or distinct points. Now, non-real root means no real root. No real root means graph of y equals ax square plus bx plus c will not cut x-axis. Will not cut because there are no zeros. Non-real means nothing, imaginary. So will not cut x-axis. And what is the meaning of this? Two real and equal. Listen carefully. This may be new for you. Two real and equal roots. So the graph, in this case, what happens? Please try to understand. The graph of this thing will touch x-axis. This is important. I will tell you every point when I will be taking an example. I will use all these points. So you have to understand each and everything now. Will touch x-axis. So once again, we want to draw a graph which is resembling y equals ax square plus bx plus c. First of all, I will find sine of a. If it is positive, parabola will open upward. If it is negative, parabola will open downward. After that, I will find discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac. Depending on its sign, I will decide whether the graph or the parabola is going to cut x-axis at 2 points, or is it going to touch the x-axis, or it will not cut the x-axis. This is second point. However, the conditions are not complete. Now, third thing. Third is, if possible, find the roots. If possible, find the roots. Find the root means roots are what? Roots are values of x. Roots are values of x where graph of y equals ax square plus bx plus c, that is parabola only, will cut x-axis. So if possible, you try to find the roots. Will cut x-axis, or it may be touch also, depending on whether d is positive or equal to 0. So why it is written if possible? Because it may have non-real roots also. So if it is possible that roots are existing, you try to find them. That means try to find the roots of quadratic equation that you already know. Because it will give you an idea that what are those values of x from where the parabola will be passing the x-axis, or the parabola will be cutting the x-axis. This is the third point. First point is A, second point is capital D, third point is if possible find the roots, fourth point is, now I said something like turning point, right? This thing. I can say that graph turns from this point. Either it is concave upward or concave downward. In the first case, that means A positive, I can say that it is the lowest point on the graph. Okay, I can say this also. And in the second case, I can say that this turning point is the highest point. And actually, there is a different word for this point. It is not turning point, it is not highest point or lowest point, it is simply vertex. Vertex is the word used for this. Okay, and coordinates of the vertex are actually fixed. There is a formula. How that formula comes, that I won't be able to discuss right now, but because that will be beyond your understanding. But the formula that you can easily understand. Coordinates of vertex or turning point are, remember the formula for now, that will be sufficient for you. It is minus b by 2a comma minus d by 4a. These are the coordinates of the turning point or the vertex. A, B, that you will get from the parabola itself, because parabola is y equals ax square plus bx plus c, and d stands for discriminant. Put those values here and you will get the coordinates of the turning point. Finally, the last point. Find the coordinates of the point. Find the coordinates of the point. This is the last point. Find the coordinates of the point where graph cuts y-axis. Where graph of, so instead of saying this thing again and again, graph of this, I will use parabola now. Okay. Graph of ax square plus bx plus c will cut y-axis. Will cut y-axis. This also you should find. Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me, if I have given you an equation and I want to find that point where its graph will be cutting y-axis, how should I actually calculate it? Can anyone tell me? I have to find the coordinates of the point where the graph of this parabola cuts y-axis. How to do this mathematically? For this, what I will do? Okay, tell me what is special about the coordinates of a point on y-axis? What is
X
special
is
about
0.
x is 0? That's right. So for this, put x 0. For this, put x 0. Where to put in this equation? Why? Because ultimately you are finding a point which is on this parabola as well as which is on y-axis. And what is special about it? That its x coordinate is 0. So you will put x equal to 0 here and you will get some value of y, and as a result you will write that point as 0 comma whatever you get as y is equal to. Okay, because coordinates of any point on y-axis will be of the form 0 comma something. Okay, and that how you will calculate by putting x equal to 0 in the equation of the parabola. These are the 5 points. Once again I repeat, first you have to check sign of a, then you have to find d, discriminant. On the basis of that you will decide whether graph will cut axis at 2 points or touch at 1 point or will not cut axis at all. Third is, if possible, find the roots. Everybody know how to solve quadratic equation. Fourth is new. This is like vertex, turning point. Remember formula right now, minus b by 2a comma minus d by 4a. And finally, find that point also where graph is cutting y-axis. For that, put x equal to 0. These are simple 5 points that you should remember. Now, in order to understand all these steps, let me take one example. Okay, let me take first example. And then what I will do after this, I will give some question. You will try in your copy, and then I will draw the graph and you see whether you have drawn the correct graph or not. Okay. In this way, we will take 4 or 5 examples. So I'm drawing first one for you. Draw the graph of y equals x square minus 5x plus 6. Okay. This is the first one. Now keep one thing in mind. Shape will not be straight line, because that time it used to be linear equation in two variable. Now it is of the form y equals ax square plus bx plus c. So shape will be parabola. Please mute yourself. Cleo, this is from your side. Whenever you are not speaking, you should be careful. Okay, so let me draw the graph now. Okay, so first thing, who can tell me the first step? What is the first step here?
The check
And
is negative or
Minus
positive.
a.
yes, coefficient of x square, a. So coefficient of x square is 1. That is positive. Therefore, Shape is concave upwards. Obviously, it is parabola because it is of the form y equals x square plus bx plus c. Shape is concave upwards. So keep this in mind that parabola will open upwards. Okay, mouth will be upwards. Only two shapes are there, upward or downward. Okay, first thing is over. Second, I will find discriminant. Find discriminant d. So d here is b square minus 4ac and this is 1. So d is positive. This implies graph will cut x-axis at two different points. Graph will cut x-axis at 2 points. At 2 points. Try to make a picture of this thing in your mind that it is opening upwards. Now it is cutting x-axis at 2 points. Okay. Try to imagine the graph. Now the third one is, if possible, find the roots. Yes, I can find the roots because d is positive. So roots, how to find it? You have to find the roots of the quadratic. Okay. Put this equal to 0. You can easily make the factors. Now you can visualize even better. Why? Because now you can imagine a parabola which is cutting x-axis at x equal to 2 and 3. Okay. Fourth one is vertex. Fourth one is vertex. Write the formula and then put the values from the given parabola. So here a is 1. Okay. A is 1, b is minus 5 and c is 6. D I have already calculated, it is 1. So b is how much? B is minus 5. Please note minus is there in the formula and b itself is negative. 2 times of a comma minus of discriminant which is minus of 1 upon 4 into 1. So this will give you 5 by 2 comma minus 1 by 4. This is the vertex or the turning point. Okay. And vertex is in which quadrant? This is in fourth quadrant. Okay. That means the graph will have the vertex in the fourth quadrant. So till now what is happening? Shape is parabola. Okay. It is opening upwards. It is opening upwards. It will cut x-axis at 2 points. Those values are 2 and 3. And the vertex is 5 by 2 comma minus 5 1 by 4. Finally the last
Excuse
one.
me, sir.
Yes,
So the vertex means the starting point of the parabola.
it is turning point. Please listen carefully in the class.
So the turning point means like the bottommost part where it takes a curve.
It can be upper. Yes, in this context it is the bottommost part, and if the parabola is opening downwards then it will be the topmost part. Okay,
Oh,
there
okay.
is nothing like starting point in this. Okay,
Okay, sir.
fifth one is, fifth one last point is, find the coordinates of point. Let me write this. I'm writing parabola again. Okay, find coordinates of point where graph cuts y-axis. Can anyone tell me what are those coordinates now? Because now you can tell me very clearly. What are those coordinates where this parabola is cutting y-axis?
I upon 2 and comma 1 upon minus 1 upon.
Minus 1. For cutting y-axis, what I told you, what you will do?
So 0, 6.
Yes, 0, comma 6 is the answer. Because if you want to find the coordinates of point where graph cuts y-axis, what I said, put x equal to 0. So where you will put x equal to 0? In this equation only. And if x is 0, y will be 6. So I told you coordinates will be 0, comma something, and that will be calculated by putting x equal to 0. You will get the value of y. So everything we have now, which is required to draw the graph. Okay. Let us, this is the Cartesian plane. Okay. So these are some of the points that we can mark here. And after marking all these values, since it is 6 here, so we need to like extend it. Okay. Shape is parabola, roots are 2 and 3. It is opening upwards. Kindly note the graph. And see, it is a freehand sketching. Okay. Don't expect a perfect parabola here. It is like this. Why? Everything that we have written is has been used in this graph. First thing, a positive. so mouth upwards. Secondly, it is cutting x-axis at 2 points. If possible, find the roots. They are 2 and 3 only. I have marked them. Okay. Fourth thing, vertex. See this thing. If someone asks what are the coordinates, we have the formula. So it is 5 by 2 comma minus 1 by 4. Okay. It is something here. 5 by 2 comma minus 1 by 4. So it is turning at this point, and this point is in the fourth quadrant. So this is correct because I have drawn fourth quadrant only. And finally, this particular point, okay, this particular point, it is 0 comma 6. Now the question is, till where this graph will go? It can go endlessly. It can go endlessly, okay. But you know something that you have to draw this on the graph. So what is the purpose of trying to think about the extension of this graph from till where it will go? Because it can be, you will get so many values for different kind of x. You get, put x equal to 5, you will get some y. You put x equal to 6, you will get some y. You put x equal to 7, you will get another y. So what is the purpose? Ultimately, you know how the graph looks like. Okay, this is the way to draw the graph of a parabola. Remember the 5 points. And in third one, roots. I am repeating again, it is written if possible find the roots. Okay, so it may not be always possible, so that will depend on discriminant. Okay, otherwise you can draw the graph. All the points that I have written here, they have been considered while drawing this graph. This is sufficient explanation. You try the second one. Draw the graph of y equals x square plus x plus 1. Try this and try to make this in your copy, and then you will see whether your graph was right or wrong. I'll make it for you. Okay, try it and try to draw it in your copy. Okay, so tell me, is the graph concave upwards or downwards?
Concave downwards.
Downwards.
Concave upward.
It will be
Okay,
upwards. Why?
upward.
It's a upward.
Upward.
Yes,
Yes,
because
sir.
coefficient of x square is positive. It is not that tough. It is easy to remember. If positive upward, negative downward. Okay. Coefficient of x square is 1. That is positive. Second question is, what about discriminant and what is the conclusion? You just tell me the conclusion with
Less
respect
than
to x
zero.
axis.
Not.
Imaginary roots.
Yes, d less than 0 will
So it's
not
not
cut x
touching the
axis.
x-axis.
Yeah, will not cut x axis, right? And what is the value of d? Here d is b square minus 4ac, that is minus 3. Okay. Now, third part. So, third part automatically, third part is not valid. Why?
No
Because
roots.
no roots. Yes, correct. If possible, find the roots. It is not possible here because roots are imaginary. So, third part is rejected. Fourth part is vertex. Formula is there. Minus b by 2a, comma minus d by 4a. So minus b by 2a will be minus half here, and minus d by 4a will be 3 by 4. Which quadrant? Second. X negative, y positive, second quadrant. And fifth and last is find the point where graph cuts y axis. Now I will write directly graph cuts y axis at. Graph cuts y axis at, put x equal to 0, you will get y is equal to 1. Okay, so 0 comma 1. That is enough. Mouth upwards will not cut x axis, no roots. Vertex is minus half comma 3 by 4, and it is, see, this is the graph. This is the graph of y equals x square plus x plus 1. Mouth is upward. First point will not cut axis. X axis, you can see it is not cutting x axis. Third point not valid. Fourth is the vertex which is in second quadrant. See this. See this point. This dot. This will be minus half comma 3 by 4. And last part, graph cuts y axis at 0 comma 1. It is here. Okay. So it is simple. Just follow these 5 steps and you will be able to draw graph of any quadratic
Sir,
parabola. Yes.
so how do you find the quadrant?
X is negative, y is positive. You should know this thing. It is plus plus minus plus. Remember? You remember the sign scheme for the coordinates of a point? In coordinate geometry, you might have
Yes,
studied.
yes, sir.
So
Thank you,
that
sir.
is why x is negative, y is positive, second quadrant. Okay. So this is it. Let us draw another one. Draw graph of draw this. Draw graph of parabola y equals 3x minus x square.
So can you please scroll up a bit? Done, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Draw the next graph. Y equals 3x minus x square. Okay, so first thing, it will be concave downwards. You write it like this, minus x square plus 3x. So shape will be concave downwards as coefficient of x square is negative. Secondly, discriminant b square minus 4ac. Kindly note c is 0 here. Okay. C is 0. Okay. Write it in the general form. Minus x square plus 3x plus 0. So c is 0. So this is 9 positive. Two different roots. So now we'll find the roots also. For roots, we'll solve the quadratic equation. Minus x square plus 3x plus 0 is equal to 0. Okay, I have written like this now. That's why we need to solve this equation. Take minus x common, x minus 3. Roots are 0 and 3. Minus x 0 or x minus 3 0. So roots are 0 and 3. Okay. So concave downwards, two roots, different roots. That means it will cut x at 2 points. Those values are 0 and 3. Fourth is vertex. Minus b by 2a. Minus b by 2a. A is minus 1 here. Comma minus of discriminant. That is minus of 9 because d is 9 here. 4a. This comes out to be 3 by 2 comma minus 9 by 4. It is fourth quadrant again. X positive, y negative. And finally the last thing. Graph cuts y-axis at. Graph cuts y-axis at. So I'll put x 0.
So 4 multiplied by minus 1 now.
So 4 multiplied by minus 1.
4 multiplied by minus 1. Where? Yeah, right. Sorry.
Sir, minus
Yeah,
9 upon minus 4.
Got it. So it is 4 into minus 1, right? So minus 9 by 4. As a result, it will be 3 by 2 comma 9 by 4. Yes. So it will be the first quadrant and not the fourth one. Yes, correct. Good. So first quadrant. Okay, this is first quadrant. And finally, graph cuts y-axis at. So we'll put x equal to 0. So let's put x equal to 0 here. Okay.
So for the fifth one, we can directly take the value of c, no sir?
For fifth one, yeah, that is actually the same value because it is coinciding with the root here. I will draw the graph. I will tell you. So when we put x equal to 0, what we are getting at x equal to 0, y is coming 0. So you will see one thing here. Here 2 points are same. How? Let me draw the graph first. Shape is concave downwards. Okay. Two places, two roots. Roots are 0 and 3. Roots are 0 and 3. Okay. And actually this is the graph. This point is how much? This is 3 by 2 comma 9 by 4. Okay. And the graph where and the point where the graph cuts y-axis is this 0 comma 0, and it is also the root. So what is happening here? 2 points are becoming same. It is possible, it may happen because this point, if you will put x 0, you will get y 0, right? Because of the equation, and it is also coming as a root also. So no issues, no problem. It can happen. Okay. So this is the required graph. Shape is concave downwards. Roots are 0 and 3. It is cutting at 2 points. Vertex is 3 by 2 comma 9 by 4, which is first quadrant. And the point where graph cuts y-axis is again this point 0 comma 0. So this is the required graph. So you can see this that there are only 5 steps. Okay. If we follow the 5 steps, then we can draw any graph. Okay. Any graph, which is of the form y equals ax square plus bx plus c. Draw the last one and then we will take some other kind of examples based on these graphs. Try to draw the last one. Draw the graph of y equals minus x square. This one. This will be the last.
So is it a quadratic equation?
Definitely, why it is not a quadratic? Any expression is quadratic which is having x square.
Sorry. Okay.
No problem. Try it. Yes, have you drawn it? Are you able to see the graph that I have drawn here? Is it visible?
No, sir.
So there's a
No,
lag.
sir.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I will have to reconnect it. Just a minute.
Sir, are you there?
No, sir, got disconnected.
Okay, thank you.
Sir there? Is sir there?
No, sir, it's not there.
Okay, okay. Today's physics class was cancelled, right?
Hello.
Today physics class was cancelled, right?
For ESIP students, yes.
Okay, because sir didn't come for a long time, that's why I left in the morning the class in 25 minutes. Okay, thank you.
We have to leave the meeting.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.